In Camp Glacier, you can hear the shells exploding in the distance 45 miles from the Chechen hot zone. 200,000 Chechen refugees call it the never-ending war. The fight has raged for centuries. Muslim Chechens against the dominant Russians. Now the Chechen capital city of Grozny is little more than scorched rubble. Politicians rant and newspapers smear both sides. Meanwhile, the neighboring country of Chechnya, crude camps of tents and boxcars, have become the Chechens' only refuge under the watchful guard of the Russian army. Now, crushed by loss of family, Chechens can serve on bread, water and electricity, and no one wastes time on hope. But then came the Dianetics emergency team. They gained entry through Russian authorities. But that Dianetics team was Russian, and first had to win the trust of a Chechen people, their sworn enemies. They drew their first free clears from the ranks of bomb and sniper victims, then the rest. There was the woman silenced by shell shock who now speaks, the boy crippled with burns who now walks, the man who once wanted to die now happy to be alive.
Я себя чувствую комфортно, душевно. Мне как раз это, я нашел то, что искал. Я думаю, каждый к этому придет.
Если наши высокопоставленные лица в Кремле и верхушка вот этих генералов почитает Дианетику, то им будет ясно, что в войну лучше не воевать, а жить миром.
Если люди избавятся от него и станут клирами, я думаю, войны на земле не будет, и всем будет хорошо.
Those words echoed family to family, while refugees gave the Dianetics team a universal welcome throughout the camp. Desperately short-handed, they called for reinforcements. Staff and volunteers in Moscow replied at once, loading trucks with thousands of Dianetics books. The Dianetics emergency team next launched their training program, teaching Chechens to audit one another. They set up makeshift lending libraries. They played the Dianetics video 6 times a day until they wore out every copy. They ran seminar after seminar, hundreds in all, and with that much charge blown from the collective case, a new phenomenon arose. Even old guard Russian commanders stationed in Chechnya saw Dianetics as absolutely essential to the welfare of the refugees.
Нужны они, чтобы помогали они, надо, чтобы всячески им тоже помочь, чтобы они тут работали, помогали. Мы что можем им делать, так что у нас тоже, сами видите, без этого хватает. Но они сами справляются вроде. Спасибо им большое, я очень благодарен.
And so it spread from official to official, refugee to refugee, and from Camp Glacier to Camp Fart, Camp Sputnik to Camp Sverdlovsk, and beyond. But with the arrival of Dianetics in these Ingushetyan camps came something else, something felt all the way to Moscow. Because after all, in this capital city of ancient Chechen enemies, Dianetics is also passing from hand to hand, group to group. And here too, Dianetics is striking a very vital chord. It started in the streets where by actual survey, and for the first time in history, better than half the Russian people finally want this war to end. Moreover, those sentiments are now particularly expressed within the Russian corridors of power. For here as well, the Russians have come to realize that with Dianetics, the end of the never-ending war is truly in sight.
Мусульмане и все другие освоят Дианетику, то война бессмысленна, она не нужна. Она всем понятно вредна, но очевидно будет даже дураку, что ничего война не дает, кроме истребления. Поэтому мусульмане очень активно воспринимают Дианетику. Она близка, понятна. Дианетика нам поможет вместе с исламом уничтожить войну как таковую, чтобы на планете не осталось мест на земле.